Hello again, everypony, and welcome to another live gameplay video with commentary as magic. I am, as always, Grandpaws. Back at it again here for some more weekly pony action. I mean, we both played yellow decks last time. That was pretty... it was action-focused. I heard Day Shift is a good card. This is true. I heard Growing Confidence and Day Shift are pretty good cards. Truth. I wanted to get Little Caesars tonight, but I forgot. But it's okay to eat garbage pizza every now and then as long as you understand that's what you're getting. Speaking of garbage pizza, I'm playing the Student 6. I'll let you make that connection in your own brain. Because I don't know what it is. Oh. Are we doing this? I don't know. I think we're doing this. Okay. That's fine. I will start with infiltrating, and let's do some sideboarding, because that sounds great. Okay. My first thought is that Ivory is most likely playing a very large power orange deck. And if that's the case, then it is unlikely that I am going to need all of the golden parachutes that are here. It's probably also unlikely that I'll end up needing all of the twilights. However, the troublemaker thing is also likely worse. Since most of his stuff, or a good portion of his stuff, will likely not be frightenable. So I think I'm going to drop the EEA. He's not likely to have a lot of immediate responses. I'm going to drop... let's see what else we can get rid of here. There's one Meadowbrook in here right now, 3 Old Monies and Mysterious Disappearance. We're not going to need Meadowbrook. Meadowbrook can go away. And then from there, Applejack is a powerful enters play effect, but there's a possibility that he runs Desert Road. We'll have to see. So I'll probably drop the Catajack. It's a hard call, isn't it? I think the last one is probably going to be... is it going to be Grogar? It could be Grogar. Queen Chrysalis is still a good option. We definitely want to run that because it's another method of reanimating our friends. Sort of. I think... how many high alerts are in here? There's 1, 2... is it just the 2 high alerts? It is just 2 high alerts. I'm going to drop 1 Pony of Shadows. There we go. We'll try it like that and see how that works. Okay, I am done sideboarding. So obviously the focus of this deck is we're playing a lot of big, high power, high impact friends that are very expensive and have lots of color requirements. So we're going to cheat them into play, primarily with Orchard Blossom or with In My Head Like a Catchy Song. We can also banish them from our discard pile with Chrysalis to give her those effects. So we'll see. 16's pretty good. We can also play some of those friends for free with Student 6 once Student 6 ends up flipped. So, that is the hope. So let's see how this first draw looks. We have a Smolder and Sandbar. We have an In Your Head or In My Head Like a Catchy Song. That's pretty good. Ocellus, Twilight, Cadence. These are all decent options. We're going to name White. Definitely going to name White with Student 6. This is probably okay. It's probably worth giving it a shot anyway. So, yeah, I think we'll try it. I'm going to keep. Fair enough. Sure. I will name White with Student 6 at the beginning. Now what we'd really like to see would be a Cluj Town. That way we could discard both Cadence and Twilight and flip our main for free. So that'd be the best possible draw right now. Okay. Okay. So, other options here are we can play, or we can make a Changeling token using Infiltrating, discarding Twilight and Cadence, then play Smolder and Sandbar, and discard, say, Ocellus if we wanted to. I may just discard the other Twilight, though. And that would allow us to start confronting. But I also want to get my main flipped as soon as possible, and I'm not in a huge rush right now. So I think I will probably hold on, and let's see what happens next turn. Okay, I'm going to pass turn. Again, if we draw Cluj Town, it's just such a blowout. So we'll have to see how that works. And Grubber's not going to be doing much on turn 4. Or I'm sorry, turn 2. Okay. 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 Krogar's interesting. Not a great option, but something we can try. At this point, it's probably still worth waiting one more turn. We're going to force him to play the first card or risk discarding something. So I'm going to go one more turn pass. So by forcing him to make the first play, we can kind of react around that. He needs to do something to get a card out of his hand. And if this really is a mono-orange deck, that's going to require flipping Grubber when there are very few friends on the field. Which is good for us. It also means that if we choose to flip Student 6 next turn by paying 4 AT, we will be able to still do the Smolder and Sandbar thing, but we'll also get a counter on our main on the same turn. And that will just make it that much easier to play cards in the future. So yeah, I should probably do the same thing. Okay. So he's definitely got his orange rec now. This could be something like a rescue party. Red Delicious. Limestone is probably one of the better cards in his deck, just because it makes everything else cheaper. That's pretty good, too. Now this is very interesting too. Because I don't know how many 2-cost friends... Oh, he probably has Patagium. If he's bothering to move up this turn, my guess is he's got Patagium. Let's see. Okay, Grubber moving is fine. Oh, he's just going for the flip. Okay. That's totally fine. Score phase is good. Okay. Ooh, Rainbow Generator is very good for us. That's going to make it very easy to play In My Head Like a Catchy Song. So the best thing that we could do here would be to make a token. That would help us get the color rec necessary. So if we spend 2, discard Cadence, discard Twilight. Then I really want to flip the main too. We can flip the main for 4. Then we spend 1 to play Rainbow Generator, brings us down to 3. 1 to activate Rainbow Generator, naming whatever color we don't have. Okay, so let's double check this again. 4 AT to flip the main. Then, no. No, we need to do this backwards. Sorry, just doing math. We can spend 2 AT to create a changeling friend. Let's say we make that changeling friend pink. Then we have 6 AT remaining and we have 2 cards in our discard pile. We play Rainbow Generator, brings us down to 5 AT. We activate Rainbow Generator, naming yellow, brings us down to 4. Activate Rainbow Generator again, naming white, because we still wouldn't quite have the rec for it, brings us down to 3. Play In My Head Like a Catchy Song to put Twilight into play. At that point, we have white, pink, orange, purple, and yellow. The only thing we'd be missing would be blue. And then we spend 1 AT and flip it over. Looks great. Cool. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. I'm going to spend 2 AT and discard 2 cards to put a changeling token into play. And it might just be safer to discard 2 Twilights and not show that we have the Cadence yet. We can always discard it later. So put the changeling here. Give the changeling pink. Play Rainbow Generator for 1. Draw a card. Activate Rainbow Generator, naming yellow. activate rainbow generator, naming white, play In My Head Like a Catchy Song, choosing to bring back Twilight. And that cost me 2. And now there are orange, purple, yellow, pink, and white characters in play, so I will spend 1 action token to flip the student 6 over. Nope, it was this turn. You just flipped last turn and moved up. No, they are definitely exhausted. Okay, score phase. I will confront infiltrating the hive. Flip for a face-off. Yep, 9 versus 6. Okay, I'll take 1 point. And this is really good. Now our friends cannot be frightened. Put a counter on student 6. And it's another infiltrating. Pass the turn. Okay, so we were able to sequence that pretty well. All of our characters now have +2 power and can't be frightened. It's going to be very difficult for him to interact with Twilight unless he has Limestone exactly. Okay. Now this is pretty smart. He's giving himself a confront that's basically free because I'm not going to have the AT next turn to move up 2 characters over there. So I'll probably just end up moving up Twilight to infiltrating. Actually, I'll probably just move my main. That seems like a safer option. Yep, confront is fine. Add a counter onto the main. Another high alert is nice. Basically tells our opponent you can only use what's on the field, or we start getting back cards from our discard pile. And I'd really like to get back this card. So, is there a way that we can actually manage to DFO this turn? That's the question. I don't think so. It's too bad, but that's okay. So I think what we'll do instead is set ourselves up to try to get a good friend into play. How do we want to do this? We can Smolder and Sandbar for free off of the student 6. It's a tricky call. Maybe we just take it slow. Let's just take it slow. I will spend 2 to move my main. Score phase. Confront for a point, put a counter on. Okay. Again, we're still sitting in pretty good shape. If we were to drop Ocellus, we would have a Diligent 2, Eccentric 2, Meticulous 2, Showy 2, Agile, Yellow character. That's pretty good. We won't have the AT to do that next turn, sadly. But that's okay. Yep, Red Delicious is fine. Scoreface is good. Yep. Yep. So 1 counter on Student 6. Let's flip. You are at 13 versus my 5. Okay, you win. It's unfortunate. Would have been nice to have another one. That's not bad, though. That's fine. I'll resolve new antique store. Okay, so we have 3 cards to choose from. Ooh, Mysterious Disappearance is very good here. So that's definitely one that we want. We don't need another Smolder and Sandbar. We don't need another Rainbow Generator. So, and this is actually something we can think about. Do we need a lot of cards in the discard pile right now? If we don't, we could set one of these cards on top and try to go for a DFO next turn, where we move Twilight, play Smolder and Sandbar off of, honestly, anything, it doesn't matter. Just play them. Discard 1 card, flip, banish Staff. I think I like that. So let's keep a Rainbow Generator. Okay, sounds fine. Actually, a second Smolder and Sandbar is probably better, so we'll do it that way. Leave it like that. And I have rearranged the top 3. Big oof. I mean, that's true. And now we're going to punish him for discarding that. So we're probably just going to discard a Pony of Shadows. Don't see a huge need for that right now. We can always get it back later. So, main phase. Let's move Twilight. Let's play Smolder and Sandbar. I'll use Smolder and Sandbar, discarding Pony of Shadows to reduce Pearl Heist's confront requirements by 2 this turn. Scoreface. Confront and confront. Face off. Here's why you shouldn't have gotten rid of the staff. BAM! Alright. I'll score 2 more. Oh, and I counter on Student 6. You know, that thing, that trigger I'm supposed to remember. Resource from the discard pile. Unfortunately, not a lot of those, but that's okay. Alright, sir. It's all you. At this point, I just kind of have to hope that he finds himself in a position where he needs to play more cards. As is, though, doesn't look super likely. So the plan next turn is going to be exhaust Student 6 to play Cadence for free over to Grand Opening. Then move Twilight up to Mystery at Hope Hollow, exhaust Smolder and Sandbar, discard a card, reduce the confront requirements, and go for another DFO. Take your time. I should have considered whether or not I wanted to keep both high alerts in, knowing that he wouldn't be playing that many cards. Because he can move Red Delicious for 1 AT now. If he moves Red Delicious for 1, he can still play a Limestone or a Rescue Party and be in pretty good shape. Oh, sorry about the horn. And after Cadence comes into play, we will then have all 6 colors in play, so our Ocellus will also be swift and agile. And at that point, he's going to need to play a Catajack. Because the friends cannot be frightened. Unfortunately, that Mystery at Hope Hollow is going to mean he'll get another staff or another pirate ship. I can't do anything about that. I have to keep pushing. But I think once we get to the point that we have... Yep, that's fine. Once we get to the point that we have both Cadence and Twilight in play, then we can just keep Smolder and we can keep Ocellus, and those can be our 4 friends for the game. Correct. Okay. Yep, that's fine. No Luna in play, unfortunately, so we don't get to just frighten him for free. And I should be concerned. His deck's flip average is actually enormous. there's a high likelihood he can start stealing face-offs from me. But Twilight also helps quite a bit. Ooh. If he plays a rescue party right now to my problem, that's potentially bad. Or a limestone. Either or. That's fine. He might be banking on the fact that his problems generally have a higher bonus. And I'll put a counter on student 6. Mm, 1 AT shy. Oh, no! We will actually be able to play Ocellus. Oh, that is exceptionally good. Alright, so Cadence is obviously a great friend because she provides a lot of protection. You get a lot of card draw, your opponent's events are taxed, but the thing you always forget about is the fact that she also causes you to pay less to play your friends. So let's watch this sequencing. And there's a Kluge down. We're not going to need it, but that's okay. See, now we don't even need to use Smolder and Sandbar. Let's go to main phase. I will exhaust student 6 and remove 5 counters to play Cadence. Then I'm going to spend 4 because of Cadence's reduction to play Ocellus. And I'll go to score phase. Okay. I will confront Grand Opening. And add a counter. I will confront Mystery at Hope Hollow. And let's go to flips. $7, 14, 20. And you're at 12 currently. Okay. So I will score 1 point. And trigger Diligent 2 on Ocellus. Another Grand Opening. And you have a Friendship Overboard. Okay. And I am in excess of my home limit, so I will get rid of the Changeling token. Okay, this is really good. For 3 action tokens, we can DFO even with these problems next turn, although he is about to go up to 10 points. I have to be very careful. Okay, that's fine. Off of the mystery. Yeah, that's fine. Ocellus is great having all these colors in play, but she does not provide color herself. So she's going to be nearly useless for confronting most of our remaining problems. Unless we get like a Lacking Lesson Plans that comes up or something. Cadence or Twilight will have to fill that role instead. We will still get some Meticulous too, off of her, though, which will be nice. We need to not forget that. So, chat, viewers, don't let me forget that. The other thing that's probably worth doing with that other 1 AT is to play a Grogar, because Ocellus will go up to 9 power plus 2 from Twilight, which will be 11, and she will be swift and agile. So we can wait for... Well, we can move her up there as long as we have Twilight, because Twilight prevents Ocellus from being frightened by Grogar's villain. And then we challenge 11 versus 7. That's pretty good. And every card that Ivory plays, we will get to draw off of Cadence and Flurry Heart. Sure, I will draw a card from Cadence. Not bad. Okay, Twilight does not have any abilities for the rest of this turn. I'll draw a card from Cadence. And normally I would be confident in my flip average. Challenging Cadence. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Flipping 5 versus 6. I do not win that face-off. Okay, that's fine. Yep, that's fine. I'll add a counter. Okay. I will use Ocellus's Meticulous. Yes, she does have Meticulous. Okay, put them both on top. And draw. So, I think we're still able to win this turn. Here's how we do it. We're going to... Yeah, we can definitely still win this turn. We will exhaust the Student 6 to play a Mist main for free. That will get us a bonus point, because we will bring back a card from our discard pile. That'll bring us up to 11. We'll use Smolder and Sandbar to reduce the confront requirements of Grand Opening, and because Mistbane will get the power bonus from Twilight, we'll be able to confront that. Then all we have to do is spend 2 action tokens to move Ocellus over to Friendship Overboard. And if we want to, we could even bring Cadence back into play by playing the event that we will likely bring back. Yeah. And that'll be 12, 13, 14, 15. Seems pretty good. Let's go for it. Okay. Spend 2 action tokens. Actually, let's not spend 2 action tokens. Let's do it like this. Exhaust the Student 6 and remove 3 counters to play Mist Main for free. I will choose In My Head Like a Catchy Song. Of course. I will score 1 point. I will exhaust Smolder and Sandbar. Oof. Discarding Princess Cadence. To reduce Grand Opening's confront requirements by 2 this turn. I will spend 1 AT and use Rainbow Generator to add pink to play In My Head Like a Catchy Song, choosing to bring back Cadence. And then I will spend 1 AT to move Ocellus, who now has Swift. Score face. Confront, confront, and flips. Alright. I think that's game. GG, sir. I mean, it didn't help that the first friend that I got out was Twilight, and Frighten was your main method of interaction. Yeah, Limestone would have been really crucial. That or a Captain Jack. Is it not even running a single copy? Your flip average is still absolutely ludicrous, though. So I had to be concerned about going for bear confronts. Twilight definitely helped with the power boost, but if I was just barely meeting problems and you were moving up your characters, you could have still been stealing problem bonuses, potentially, and I had to be aware of that. That's a fair point. Without some kind of cost-reducing effect like, or play-reducing effect like the other Limestone. Yeah, that was unfortunate, because that would have helped you establish a board. You were just a little power shy on a couple of these problems, so having an extra AT or 2 or having an extra character in play would have been great. That's fair. It did kind of accelerate quickly. Sideboarding against you was tricky. I took out a Pony of Shadows, a Captain Jack, a Meadowbrook, which I wish I had left in, an EEA, and a Golden Parachute. No, giving an open 5 confront requirement problem in a deck running a bunch of alicorns or tricorns is probably not the best idea. Very true. Getting that Red Delicious early was actually kind of scary. That is a ginormous body. It is unfortunate that I flipped 2 of my 8 confront requirement problems in a row. Because I think, if I take a look here, yeah. Yeah. That would have been it. You would have been golden. Variance does happen, that's true. And these can be high variance decks as well. Obviously, if Reanimator gets a strong opening start, it can be in a really advantageous position. If Red Delicious comes out early, or you get a Limestone out, it's going to cause problems for me. So I get the feeling that although there was a decent point gap there at the end, the match was actually probably a lot closer than it might have first appeared. Anyway, thank you for the game, Ivory. Always fun playing. And we hope you all enjoyed this as well. Until the next game, we have been Commentary is Magic. I am, as always, Grand Pause. Fair enough. But we hope you will play. Or Heiko, I guess. Yep. Alright. We'll see you at the next video.